So continuing from last podcast, we're going to be picking up the scraps of where we left off, and we're going to be continuing our discussion and suggestions of Nagi no Asukura, now that we've watched the complete picture. And I actually, generally for me, not generally. Overall, that's the word I'm looking for.
Those are pretty close words.
Overall, I really liked how we did this because A, it was a 26, so I was able to split it up into 2 weeks when I was busy. And also, I liked how our discussion went from last week to 2 weeks ago.
Wait, don't we have to do the discussion before we figure out whether this is a good idea or not?
I don't care. I already know for a fact. Because the thing is, I like seeing...
Andrew's the king of pre-orders. Just
No, but the thing is, I'm looking at this and I go... I liked what I saw. I had an opinion the first 13. And then my opinion changed the second 13.
Just building up the hype. Right.
And so I think that Connor, your opinion didn't change. And then Dawson, your opinion didn't change. But at least for me.
Your opinion changed.
But my opinion wasn't as negative as yours to start with.
No, but you're the one who blew out the mic last time.
Yeah.
I was very
on a
simple.
Single nitpick. Yours was like, I don't recommend this show. Don't watch. No.
Okay, anyway, starting part 1.
Yeah.
I'd still say I don't recommend it. I'm kidding. So suggestions-wise, Nagi no Asukura, we don't have to summarize it because we already summarized it last week.
Yeah.
The second half continues off technically after a time skip of.
If you're watching this and you have watching or listening to this and you haven't watched / listened to the first half,
just listen to the
probably
first
go do that.
5 minutes.
Yeah.
It turns to hell after that.
No. He's meaning the first podcast.
What?
The part
Our
1.
first podcast?
Yeah, go listen to that podcast.
The first part of this?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you only
you're
listen
still
to the first 5
suggesting
minutes.
just what
okay. I thought you meant the first 5
Are you
minutes.
seriously going to listen to the whole podcast? No one in their right mind would do that.
Nobody.
No one has, and no one will.
We still get views on them.
Eventually, people will, there'll be so many people watching scraps of our videos, perhaps, that we may, be even with how many hours recorded and how many hours are watched.
Somehow.
But that's, all we can really dream of.
All we can hope
Hey,
for.
I'm still having fun with this. So.
Anyways.
And we wish.
Okay, moving on to an actual short review of, the second half and as a whole, how they kind of go together.
So now Dawson can't yell at me for saying my suggestions and recommendations.
Okay,
yes.
Andrew, would you like to start? Kind of start from... Say it as a whole. What do you think as a whole this is?
I'd say this, as a whole, I can recommend this now, but for specific people and not everybody. Because for me, my enjoyment of this show, I described this to you earlier, was like an M. Where I didn't like it at first, I started to like it, then I stopped liking it, then I started liking it, and then it ended, and I didn't like it as much. So... that for me saying that, I'd still say there's a lot of good points to this show. There's a lot of good moments, and the moment-to-moment things that are going on is fantastic. But overall, I can't like it as much. But I'd still say, yeah, go out and watch it. It's worth a watch if you're into this sort of thing.
That I would definitely agree that if you're into this sort of thing is a huge factor. Because I'm not into this sort of thing.
Dude.
But it looked pretty, right? It was enjoyable to watch.
Okay. It has pretty animation.
It has some good characters.
The music's awesome.
Music, 9 out of 10. Visuals, 10 out of 10.
I'd say music.
Gravity. I thought of I can't think of a good joke out of 10. It was... gravity, tears are both bubbles, and water drops that fall to the bottom, fall to the ground while you're underwater out of 10.
No, dude, Connor, it's negative 9.34? What's the coefficient of gravity? 9.8?
9.8.
Oh, 9.8?
Yeah.
Oh, man. Negative 9.8 out of 10.
No, but, did you guys seriously, see that point? Oh, we'll talk about
that later. But I think the music for me, because that's the type of music I like.
Yeah.
So I would say the music's 10 out of 10.
Yeah.
And then the visuals would be 9 out of 10 because there are specific points. I was like, that's a weird, spotty visual moment. But
personally, I didn't like how the romances went.
Why are you bringing this up now, Connor?
What?
No.
It's an overall review.
Yeah, okay.
Some people go in for the romance. That's why they want to watch it. But I didn't like how they went.
I think I started to like it towards the end, and then I totally gave up at the ending.
Didn't like the ending.
So hey, this anime, I will say that is, from my opinion, it's slow start, good middle, and then the ending last 5 minutes dropped off for me. There.
I super disagree with the last 5 minutes thing. I'll talk about that later.
Dawson, you go now.
Me?
Since now you can totally talk about it.
I really like this show. I think visuals are 10 out of 10, music 8 out of 10. I'm not going to break the rest down. But I think it has... But regardless of whether you like the characters or not, I think all of them are at least interesting and good, minus 1 or 2 characters. I think the second half, as a whole, has considerably better character changes.
I have to talk to you something about that second half later on.
Yeah.
Because stuff that you and the other Connor that we know.
But agree or disagree with the comment.
You were saying. But I do say that second half is a lot better.
Yeah.
Again, I'll repeat what I said with the M.
Yeah.
The way my enjoyment went of this is, I'd say it's a reverse Samurai Flamenco for you guys. Where you guys kind of like the first opening of Samurai Flamenco, then kind of dropped off in the middle part, and then really enjoyed it at the end with the ending.
Yeah.
For me, it was, didn't like the beginning.
That's more of an N.
Yeah.
Didn't like the beginning. Then the middle part, I was like, yeah, I'm kind of digging this, and then it dropped off at the end.
Yeah. Yeah. Also, what was I going to say? Talked about visuals, talked about sound,
Characters,
talked about
plot.
the fact that I like the characters. Plot-wise, a pretty decent plot.
So can you suggest
I thought the
this?
world was interesting. Hell yeah, I can suggest this. Not to everyone.
Yeah, never.
I would never have suggested this to Connor unless I thought it would make a interesting discussion, which I both thought it would, and it has.
And
why didn't you just make me watch the instrument one?
Hibiki?
Which one? Hibiki or July and April?
The one Demo really likes. The
Hibiki.
No, Demo really likes
Symphonium.
July and April. Oh, Demo really liked Hibiki?
Yeah, that was his one of the season.
Yeah, that was his top of the season, yeah.
Well, good job, Demo. I agree. Do I agree? Yeah, I agree. Definitely agree.
It was that or Death Parade.
Hibiki
and
was
he goes, "What are you retarded on Death Parade?"
You sure that?
No,
was
you're
Hibiki?
wrong. You're wrong.
No, that was July and April.
Yeah, that was July and April.
That was July and April.
Yeah.
It had some weird ass info.
No, because that was part of the video. That was part of the video.
The song says.
Yeah. Hey.
Hibiki Ado Symphony. I'm not gonna sing anymore.
I'd prefer Hibiki over.
I don't know what the fuck any of these
over your line April
shits
at this
are.
point.
No,
None of these are going up.
I know, I'm being an asshole. That's what I'm doing.
Again, I'd rather prefer Hibiki over Your Lie in April at this point, because I at least know the ending of Your Lie in
watch
April.
Whiplash.
Yeah, Your Lie in April.
That's the problem where, like, I didn't want to know the ending of Your Lie in April, but everyone just kept saying the ending, and then spoilers, and I just assumed, and then one day I accidentally scrolled over a spoiler, and my eyes just read it, and I went, oh, that's exactly what I thought it would be.
No,
Yeah.
It's just literally...
I kind of figured out the ending.
No, the one I'm thinking of is, like, the one that's just got those crazy high reviews, and, like, everyone's comparing it to Whiplash and shit.
Your
that's
Lie in
Hibiki.
April.
That's Hibiki. Whiplash? That's Hibiki.
Demo never talked about
I know, but...
Hibiki.
Yeah, he did. In that video, he also talked about
Can
Hibiki.
we stop referencing other people?
Yes.
Let's not do that. I don't care, like...
Okay, well,
I don't
this is
care
better
who
than
did it.
No.
I don't care who did it. That's just the one I would rather watch than this.
So he wants to watch Hibiki. That's... I'm just saying, Dawson.
Do you want to watch the one about
No,
high school
Dawson,
kids
Dawson. He
and a
wants to
girl
watch
who
Hibiki.
plays the euphonium,
No,
or
way that he just,
the one
okay,
about the dude
the
who
way
plays
he just,
piano and they're in middle school?
The way he described it,
Whichever
it's
one's
Hibiki.
more about the actual music.
They both are.
Mm.
They both have extreme amounts of music in them.
Okay.
I was...
Okay, Dawson.
Fine, I guess I'm thinking of whatever that
Okay,
shit Andrew
Dawson.
watches is. Your stupid book thing. What's it called? White Album?
White Album too?
Because every time it's something about musical instruments, it's always,
Okay.
oh, look, everyone in the band loves each other, and
Okay,
there's
if you're
love
talking
triangles
about
and shit.
Whiplash, it's Hibiki.
Okay.
So, Dawson, just stop this argument now. I can guarantee you it's Hibiki.
No. But, I mean...
Oh, this tangent. Okay, stop. We get it. It's cool.
Dawson,
there's
do you
no,
want me
no,
to
there
prove-
isn't anything to argue about. Just stop.
You want me
No,
to prove
this
this?
doesn't... Stop.
Okay.
Please.
I
You're
have
tearing this review apart.
We should just cut this out.
No, keep this. I want the drama.
I will decide in
God.
post.
Decide. Okay.
Because Andrew makes the best decisions in post.
Obviously.
Dude, I cut out so much of his stuff. Dude, I cut out so much of his stuff. No, I'm kidding. Dude, don't you know, like, all of our podcasts, since you guys don't listen to it, it's actually just me and you having a conversation.
He cuts out all
Everything I say is censored. Okay.
Anyway. They don't even know we have a third member of
they probably think I'm like an imaginary friend or something.
Okay, anyway. So continuing from that.
Holy shit, I'm sorry, guys.
Where did we leave off?
Let's just give it our ratings because we've already ruined this part.
Okay, 9 out of 10.
10 out of 10, 100 out of 10. I give it personal enjoyment. It was around a 6, but I mean for what it was, I'd give it like it would probably be an 8 for other people, just from what I actually saw.
I know, but your personal rating,
like a 6.
Okay, I'd give it a 7 out of 10. I actually gave it a 9 out of 10, except for that last 5 minutes.
Okay. Spoiler